107.5, The Game Podcasting, is sponsored by Modern Exterminating, a family-oriented company. Professional, honest, and dependable pest control solutions. We're your one-stop shop for all pests.
Gamecocks in relatively good shape, and Tyler, I think on the surface, you go, oh, 3 offensive linemen out. That's bad. Oh, boy, depth. But I don't see it as a huge issue. No offense to Nolan Hay. It does seem like when he went in there that the line solidified a little bit, but I feel like they were looking for a center anyway.
Yeah.
No offense to Marky Anderson, who I think has played well when he's in there, but it seems like he's had a hard time staying in there. And Case and Henry, no offense to Case and Henry, but I feel like you got Tree Babalade, who might be just as good, if not a slightly better player at right tackle. So it feels, it's easy to say, boy, they got 3 injuries. Mm-hmm. It also feels like I can go, but I think they're okay.
Yeah, and again, Case and Henry overall has probably looked like the best offensive lineman you've had, but when Trees had to be in there, it's not like a crazy drop-off, so you feel like it almost kind of balances out to that point. And again, we've seen a lot of rotation on the interior of the offensive line, and you'll be basically starting the same 5 that you did last time out against Kentucky, so at least there's some continuity there for the most part. And look, you are facing your toughest test with the front 7 that the LSU is going to bring at you, and Blake Baker's a very blitz-happy defensive coordinator, so they're going to be bringing heat constantly, so it is going to stress this offensive line the way it's never been stressed so far this year, in addition to running backs and tight ends. They can be involved in the pass blocking game too, so you're going to have work cut out for you. But again, the Case and Henry, the Nolan Hay and Marky Anderson aspect of this is something that you started the season without them being on the starting 5 of the offensive line, so you're still kind of dealing with a lot of the guys that you expected to factor into that starting 5 when the season began, and again, were your starting 5 last time out as well.
The thing about LSU, likely, if you lined everybody up side by side, LSU's lineup, LSU's roster really doesn't take a back seat to anybody nationally. Now, they haven't put it together. The offense has been underwhelming. Garrett Nussmeier may be banged up, but I think that to me is what scares me the most. Is it feels like to me they're due for a breakout game, and I know we are jaded here. I know we are scarred. We've seen 4 years of a run game not really be able to get it going, so you're kind of like, why would it get going tomorrow night? Whereas I look at LSU and be like, they're kind of due for a breakout game to get things going.
Especially coming off of a bye. And again, the conversation all week, really the last 2 weeks, has been the health of Garrett Nussmeier, who again didn't do really much of anything from an actual practice standpoint last week, as he's trying to heal that oblique strain. So how's he feeling this week? Again, we talked with Brian Edwards earlier about the line moving, so that kind of tells me that some people in the know are getting some information out there that maybe he's a little bit closer to full health than he was even a couple weeks ago. So it does give you concern that this could potentially be their breakout game where they look like the team they were supposed to be the entire time.
And we lost 3 offensive linemen on the interior. They lost a first-round draft pick at offensive tackle and a third-round draft pick at offensive tackle. So they've got a lot of new faces, and then they've had some injuries on the offensive line. But running back was hurt against Ole Miss. We know what he did against us last year. So they're healthier. They continue to get better. They easily could have beat Ole Miss and didn't. But when I watch them on tape, I see explosive receivers that were there last year, and some that have come in the transfer portal, a new tight end that's come in the transfer portal, big physical offensive line, a running back that returned, and a quarterback that's really, really talented that's playing well this year too.
I think this is an instance where you're obviously not just showing one game's worth of tape on anybody, but you might be showing just as many clips of Nussmeier from a year ago as you are from this year, because again, there's a 9-day difference between what he was doing, especially with throws down the field a season ago, saying, hey, don't forget what he's capable of. I know he hasn't shown you as much this year, but this is what this guy's ceiling is as a passer, and he could do that to us on Saturday.
Yeah.